listen. Hey, listen.
What's good, everybody? Blopey, baby, Lemur, Jack, Purple Starfish, how we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How's life? What are you guys up to? What's going on? I feel like I need a hat. Am I gonna wear a hood the whole time?
Bernie Williams sub-anniversary burn baby burn.
51 months, the number of the greatest player in the history of the New York Yankees. Thank you very much, Burnaby Figueroa Williams.
Sub-anniversary burn baby burn.
It's crazy that he does like that burn, like I didn't know that the TTS did that. I may have gotten his name mixed up. I think it's Figueroa Burnaby Williams, but either way. 51 months, bro. Best player ever. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Should be a Hall of Famer. Thank you. Maybe not, but at least he has his number retired. Blowby, thank you for the 51 months, bro. I appreciate you. 51 motherfucking months. That's crazy. That's actually so crazy. I can't believe I've been streaming that long. Hall of quite good, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, he falls like a little short, but I don't know. I still love him. I still want him there. Mm-hmm. My thing about Bernie is like, this guy was the cleanup hitter of a dynasty. Okay, like, kind of, that's significant. But still, his numbers aren't quite good enough, I guess. I do love Bernie, though. He was the wide receiver one of a dynasty, but not as important a dynasty as the New York Yankees. Can't deny that. Also, I don't know enough about football. I would have probably assumed that Edelman is a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame, but I guess not. The way you said that. I don't know enough about the stats of football. That's true. I mean, it's just the most important dynasty in the history of sports. I'm just saying. I'll be forgotten by history outside and okay. That makes sense. Yo, Winter Soldier was good. The Zhao Dynasty clears. It's not better than the 90s Yankees. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. CCP propaganda? What is CCP? I don't even know what that means. King wins war and career OPS. I definitely do not. That is a fact. That is a fucking fact. It's kind of crazy that the Yankees had that crazy dynasty Chinese Communist Party. That's fair. None of that. It's kind of crazy because not a lot of from those 90s Yankees, who made the Hall of Fame? Jeter? That it? Am I crazy? Nah, that's got to be wrong, right? Because like even Cone is not in the Hall of Fame, and he should definitely be a Hall of Famer. Just Jeter? Yeah, because Clemens didn't make the Hall, right? Pettit didn't make the Hall. Oh, Rivera. I know. I forgot. My brain brain fart. Obviously, Rivera is in the Hall of Fame. Posada should be a Hall of Famer. He's not. Cone should be a Hall of Famer. He's not. I mean, Clemens should be a Hall of Famer. He's not. Pettit should maybe be a Hall of Famer. It's close. Like Tino, okay, no. O'Neal, no. Bernie, close. Yes, Sabathia, true. Sabathia was from the '09 team. But like that team, actually, no. A lot of those guys have come through the hall and passed, right? Like, just got. I don't know how many Hall of Famers are really on that team, though. Right? Jeter. Oh, Joe Torre. True. True. I don't know about the '09 team. I don't know that they had many guys that really were Hall of Fame worthy outside of the guys that we already named, like Posada and Pettit. Like Swisher, Damon, Teixeira. No, was he on that team? Cano had to have been on '09, right? He was probably in the league 3 years before that, 2 years before that. But Cano, like, forget all the steroid shit. Cano just fell off the face of the planet as a player. Oh, A-Rod, duh. Fucking duh. Yeah. No Posada, no Petty, no Teixeira, Cano, Damon, Burnett, no Wells, Cone, Giambi. So out of that group, I feel like the only guys that really have the right, like, the stats to be considered out of those guys, I feel like Cone, Pettit, Posada. Teixeira wasn't there. Cano, maybe Cano, like, I'd have to look at his numbers again. Burnett, definitely not. If Burnett got in the Hall of Fame, I would disown baseball. But that I just he fucking Burnett was the most like hot or cold pitcher of all time, and it pissed me the fuck off constantly. Brett Gardner, you joke, but Brett Gardner has good numbers. Giambi didn't have the numbers. All he had was like some home runs. All he had were the home runs, kind of. Like, I think Giambi would be a fringe case in general. He was just like a worse McGuire. But with the steroid shit, I get why he's not there. He's got a shot. He's got a better shot than 90% of that. He'll never make the Hall of Fame. He'll never make the Hall. But Gardner has really good numbers. Yo, Jedi was good, buddy. Nice shirt. Thank you. Pen and Bat Company. They made those bats right there. Go check them out. Exclamation bat. Damon didn't have the numbers at all. Damon was sort of a star of the time, but he just didn't have it. David Wells also didn't. Wells was good though. If he lasted another, like, I don't know, it's not really realistic because he was old when he retired anyway. Matsui, if they ever decided to count Japanese accomplishments, which they won't. Yes. So that's the thing I like about the NBA. I mean, it's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame. Is that they count like achievements elsewhere. Because it's the Basketball Hall of Fame. But MLB is just the MLB Hall of Fame, which I can understand. It does kind of suck though, because like Ichiro, if you included the Japanese league, obviously Ichiro would be far and away the hit leader over Pete Rose, which is crazy to say because that's like probably an unbreakable record. But in a sense, Ichiro broke it, which insane. Am I a good player at Marvel Rivals? I'm probably the best player at Marvel Rivals that you've ever seen, to be honest. Yeah, I'm kind of goated at that game. But yeah, I don't know that they should count Japanese achievements. Very proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. Elite Cloak and Dagger. Elite Cloak and Dagger, maybe the best Doctor Strange on the planet. It's just I stopped playing it because it was just so easy for me. And it got boring. Yeah. Do you still play Blopey? I'm curious, how are the new characters? God. I've been playing again for about 3 weeks. I don't play the new ones. I don't like them. Oh, you don't like them? I would maybe play again. Maybe play a little bit again. You're eating a grilled cheese sandwich. Let's go. W sandwich. Rogue is fine. I'm curious, how is Gambit? And also, what is Gambit? Is he just DPS? Because I feel like Gambit would be fun. I feel like throwing playing cards sounds dope. Exploding playing cards. But again, I don't know. I haven't played. Balling. He's good. I just don't vibe with this kit. He's a healer? That seems like the direct opposite of what I would expect Gambit to be. Am I crazy? Oh, he's sort of like Mantis, so like almost a DPS healer, right? That's what she was, right? Kinda. Can enable higher damage and and heal. Okay. I only like games if attacks are disguised as playing cards. True, true. That is true. I've always been that way, man. I'm telling you. Gambit is I always liked Gambit. Didn't work. Put him in the dirt. It is kind of funny because if it's some sort of cards, I'm just like automatically kind of in, which is how I got suckered into Marvel Snap for all that time. I did play Snap last week on stream. It was like fine. I really liked all the people coming in and telling me how cards work, even though they were cards that I've played with for like 3 years. That was fun. This is why you don't like Red Dead. You didn't like Red Dead. You didn't play long enough to find a saloon with card games. I mean, Red Dead was fine. It was fine. I didn't dislike it. It was just like I don't know if I could play it on stream. Kind of like Cyberpunk. Like Cyberpunk is fun. I wouldn't play it on stream. You played Red Dead for like 2.5 hours? Yeah, and it was fun. It was fun. I wouldn't hate on it. I think it's a good game. I don't necessarily think that it's my style of game, but I didn't think it was bad. Like I wouldn't really talk shit about it. You know what I mean? Would have been 12 and a half hours if we got into the part with poker. It's funny that you say that because Witcher, I played a bunch of hours of Witcher 3 and I got nowhere in that game because all I did was play Gwent. That's what I did in that game because that game was like fucking fun. Gwent Merchant, yeah, that's all I played in that fucking game. I'm not even joking. I was like, I don't care about any of the other shit. I just wanted to play Gwent. And that game was really fun. And what's crazy is they made a real card game out of it, or they made like a spin-off game out of it, and I never played that. You're going to see the Mets on the 18th, the Dodgers on the 22nd, the Yankees on the 25th, the Astros on the 8th, on September 8th. Oh, those are your season tickets. Jesus of T was good. Three games in a week? I mean, those are three good games. Like, I would want to see them lose to the Mets, Dodgers, and Yankees. Why not, man? All right, bro. I'm just kidding. They'd probably beat the Yankees. This motherfucker rooting for the Dodgers? No, I'm not. I just had to say it. DH Gate has a Galvis jersey. I hope so. For your sake, I hope so. They'll probably beat the Yankees, so don't worry. You'll feel better. The Yankees have re-signed Bellinger. That was their big. It's the only thing they did this offseason. Neon White. That sounds really familiar. It feels like that's one of the games that I bought and never played. No, I have no idea what this is, actually. I'm definitely thinking of something else. I've never even seen this. This doesn't. Wait, actually, I think I have heard of this. This is I never even seen pictures of it. I've read about it. This is like yeah, I heard there was some hype about this. No, I never played it. My thing is like I need a game with a lot of depth that is going to entertain me for a lot of hours. That's basically what I need. And I don't know if Neon White has a lot of depth. I don't know anything about it, but if it did, I probably would play it. I probably would buy it. So Red Dead, yeah, exactly. I was thinking that. Exactly like Red Dead. Like that kind of game is those are like the only games I have a chance to get into. My another problem that I have is like I'll play a game for like X amount of time, then stop playing it, then come back like a month and a half later and be like, I don't remember how to do anything here. I don't remember how any of the game works. So then I just get frustrated and then don't go back to it. Does entertain rule out STS? No, because Slay the Spire is constant thinking and planning and strategy. And I think I'm more inclined to play a game like that. I'm just like way more inclined to play a game like that because it's familiar, but then also it's different every time. You know what I mean? Blopey, are you excited for MLB? The show? 26? They already announced Pujols is back in the game, which is kind of wild because I feel like they don't usually announce that shit slightly. They said Felix was in. Are you serious? Or are you just saying that? Or are you just joking? He's in the trailer? Really? I looked at the trailer for like 2 seconds. I'll be honest. I really did not pay attention. That change was hard to hit. He was in 21, right? Was he really in the trailer? I should really have looked at the trailer. 21 and 22? Oh, interesting. So let's say you're off the VPN. Can you still play it if it's installed on your computer? I'll tell you what I'm actually excited about. I think that when I play this game, because I will buy MLB, but when I play it, I don't know if I'm going to be super focused on Diamond Dynasty, because I was enjoying playing fucking like Road to the Show and franchise and shit a lot more than I was enjoying Diamond Dynasty. You can create a Japanese account, gift your main the game, and then play on your main with no restriction. Oh, interesting. Go Sammy mode and play franchises, the leaderboard and everything. I'm not against that because like I think it's I sort of, maybe I'm just old. Maybe it's because I'm not trying to play online all the time anymore. Like I made it to World Series last in this game, in the past game, for the first time. And that was cool, but it was also like not fun. Like it was just like I was playing ranked constantly. I was working like super hard in the game, which is fine. But like it just wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't like fun. And DD is the last UT mode that doesn't suck. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not saying that I won't play it, but the problem was I got live series done. It took me probably a month to get live series done. Maybe 3 weeks, maybe. Which means I was grinding the fuck out of the game a ton. And I got live series done. And then I just stopped playing the game. Basically, after I pulled Shohei, which was the miracle pull that I needed to get everything done, once I pulled Shohei, I had live series done. I had Beltron, and I basically didn't pick up the game again. Actually, I guess that's not true. I guess it took more than a month because I reached World Series. So, and I did that the second ranked seasons. So, I guess it maybe took me like a month and a half. But then again, I say that now, and realistically, when the game drops, I'm probably going to be playing Diamond Dynasty like nonstop, and I'm probably just going to be like, just doing it. Oh, look at this shit. I'm probably just going to be playing Diamond Dynasty, and I'm basically just lying to your faces because I think that's the case, and then it actually isn't. Every legend starts somewhere. It is 10 times easier with early access, true. But the other thing is Slay the Spire 2 comes out at the same time. It's coming out in March, and this is coming out in March. So I'm probably going to be trying to pump out content for Slay the Spire 2 like a lot. Like that's going to be my main goal, because this is my one. This feels like my last chance to really get things going on the YouTube channel, because this is a game that I know I really like. This is a game that I know is going to be pretty popular. And this is a game that I'm going to try and hit lightning in a bottle with. So I'm not going to have as much time to be playing MLB The Show. So I'm trying not to put that type of pressure on myself. You know what I mean? Because, well, not even pressure. I'm trying not to get myself crazy, because I know that I will get too obsessed. You know what I mean? And I'd much rather get obsessed with Slay the Spire 2 and focus on that. What's SWB? Is that a college? Or is this the minors? This is maybe the minors. If you don't have every card, you might die. That's kind of how I treat it, and that's not smart. That's not smart. But like, I went back to the game and started playing like Road to the Show a couple months in, after I basically stopped Diamond Dynasty, and I enjoyed it. Scranton Wilkes. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Is this too loud for you guys?
Long days, late nights, diving in your swing, leveling up your look.
This is just a random person that they created, right? Okay, so this is Diamond Dynasty. Oh, man. Is this good or is this bad? I don't know. Ability, forward, backward, left, right. What? Where's the other shit? Where's like discipline and shit? Also, what's this like extra bar on top? Some serious dork shit. Well, I'm just curious because this looks like the menu is like fucking. I don't know if I'm gonna like this menu. Maybe. I mean, maybe it's fine. Ratings overhaul. Ratings that set players apart. Okay. Oh, I saw this. The bear down pitcher. Deliver when it counts. Ratings overhaul. Wait, what'd that say about Diamond Dynasty? Oh, that's the other thing about Diamond Dynasty is that World Baseball Classic is back. Instead, creating it. It kind of looks like that. Make it look like it's a car, you know, make it look like it's the miles per hour, bro. Like a speedometer. That's what we want. No, ChatGPT. No. Like in a car. Oh, yeah, you nailed it. They about to get me to play this shit just for WBC cards. Hate myself for real. I mean, the last time WBC was in, it was pretty fun. This does look incredibly AI generated, yeah. The Tokyo Soul series, yeah, that was cool too. All 20 WBC baseball federations. So that's interesting because the last time they had most of the guys, but I think there were some people missing. I think there were teams missing. Is it starting in Asia again this year? I have no idea. I honestly don't know. Okay, and this is franchise mode, which like supposedly they changed franchise mode last year and then people were like they didn't do anything. Like they barely changed anything. I didn't really play franchise too much. I was more playing Road to the Show. New trade hub, modernized lineup and rotations. That's pretty cool though.
Getting to the major. Back to the beginning.
And now they have the Baseball Hall of Fame. That's kind of sick. That is actually kind of sick. I know everybody likes to whine about the graphics, but like I don't give a fuck about the graphics if the gameplay is good. So Glavin, Chipper, Griffey, Piazza. So Piazza's back. He wasn't in this year, right? That should be a staple. Who's back there? Fuck Manfred? Yeah, I hate him. I'm hyped for Piazza being back. I'm maybe the only one. Oh, that's Jeter. Is that Jeter? Why does he look like that, bro? You say that, but the Konami game graphics go hard. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, graphics fine, but like, I just really don't care. I can't bring myself to care about graphics as long as the game is good, which the game hasn't been great recently, and the graphics also are mid. Beltre, David Ortiz, Randy Johnson. I can't tell who that is. I doubt this is a player, but this is good to know who's still in. These are awesome graphics for a 360 game. They have no excuse not to make just cutting corner. I mean, I agree, but I also think the incessant complaining online is just like it's just annoying. Like anytime they post something, like they posted that Pujols was back in the game, and all people on Twitter did was bitch about the graphics. And it's like, dude, can't we just celebrate that fucking Pujols is back in the goddamn game? Because that's a fucking awesome addition. So how did I watch this whole trailer and not see Felix? Oh, I didn't see Pujols in this either. Oh, there he is. Oh, no! What did I do? Motherfucker. Graphics would easily boost my enjoyment. That's fair. Games are $90 now, and this looks subpar and plays subpar. True. Am I stupid? Who was the last guy? I believe that was Roy Campanella. But it says Baltimore on his jersey. I'm pretty sure that's Roy Campanella. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's who that's supposed to be. I guess this is maybe the Negro Leagues team that he played for. The Elite Giants moved to Baltimore. That's sick. That's awesome. That's awesome. It took me a minute to figure out who that was, but okay, that is a great fucking addition. I've been dying for I've always thought that Roy Campanella should be in the fucking game. So that is also awesome. No one, I did not see anybody talk about that. Then again, I didn't see anybody talk about Felix until Winter Soldier said it. Dude, I watched this trailer and I must have turned it off when it faded to black. Because I remember seeing like the Hall of Fame shit and not really looking at it too much. And then I did not see this part. You've never once thought about Roy Campanella? I mean, I literally, when I was growing up, I was obsessed with the history of baseball. So like I would watch all these documentaries. I would always whatever. My dad growing up was a Brooklyn Dodgers fan. And so like I would, if the Dodgers had stayed in New York, I would have never been a Yankees fan. Like he only became a Yankees fan because they left Brooklyn, because my dad is from Brooklyn. So they left Brooklyn, and then he eventually switched over to the Yankees because he was still young, you know. He was like 7 when they left, I think, or 8 or 6 or something like that. And but so when I was growing up, like Roy Campanella is a fucking 3-time MVP. Like that is no joke. That is I'm pretty sure he's a righty too, which is not, which means he's never going to get any play for anything because people are only going to use switch hitters. But I would use him. Don't look at where he was born. Your sumo cards are in Wilmington. Don't look at where he was born. Well, now I think I have to, right? But so I'm personally hyped for that. I also I would get I know a lot of people get like excited and want like A-Rod and stuff like that in the game, and don't get me wrong, I want A-Rod in the game. But like I would get just as hyped for like a guy like Roy Campanella, you know. Oh, he's from Philly? I didn't know that. I am very excited. I get very excited about any Hall of Famers that get added into the game. Unless it's like Kid Nichols or something, or like Richie Ashburn is a good example of a dude that, well, actually I would have, before I started playing Diamond Dynasty, I would have been excited for Richie Ashburn, but in game he unfortunately sucks. Kid Nichols is lit. That's not even necessarily a good example. I'm just trying to think of like some fucking dudes from like the 1800s that I just would not care about. Deacon Felipe or something. When is Will White getting added? I don't even know who that is. I actually don't know who that is. Urban Shocker, yeah. The only reason I wouldn't care, but the only reason I might care is because he was on the Yankees. Look him up. Yeah, 1854 to 1911. That was his lifespan. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna care about this dude. Look at the innings. I was on his Wikipedia page. Hold on. That's insane. 680 innings in a season is crazy. It's crazy. Don't get me wrong. Like, he deserves whatever accolades he can get. I just don't care if he's in the game. Jim Abbott? You don't think they would add Jim Abbott? I bet you they would add Jim Abbott, but I think that they probably wouldn't necessarily be able to do the motion of his pitching. Like, they don't want to animate his windup. Exactly. I could see him eventually getting in. What accounts for the war difference between 1879 and 1882? That's a good question, actually. Oh, he led the league in hits. He led the league in hits given up in 1879. So I would say probably that has something to do with it. Like that's almost a hit per inning. Isn't that a B-War stat? True. True. How the fuck do you know who this guy is? Where did you... What made you come up with this dude? B-War uses runs per 9? I have no idea. He also had less strikeouts per 9 in 1882. Oh, I know exactly what it is. I guarantee you I can tell you what it is. The rest of the league sucked. He was probably just that much better against the rest of the league at that point. That's probably what it was. There was probably other players that were better in 1879 than in 1882. I bet you. No way it's reliable at all. How to calculate FIP. They have, like, I'd imagine they know how many home runs they gave up, how many walks and hit by pitches, and then how many strikeouts. I think this isn't. I think it's possible that they have this real information. Sounds like some shit created by losers. Wilt had a 100 FIP game. But, like, generally speaking, there's a lot of Hall of Famers that I want added into the game, personally. Like, I would get excited for them, but most people wouldn't, and that's why they don't care to, like, make that push. Because most people are only really care about, like the majority of the players playing the game are probably only going to care about, like, the 2000s or the 2010s, the 90s maybe. Whereas, like, I'm just like a fucking nerd that loves, like, the history of baseball. So there's, like, a lot of players that have never been in these games that I feel like they can include. And an interesting thing that they probably could do is get a lot of the Hall of Famers that are like long gone in the game. But that's less and less exciting. Oh, that's when his war spike. Okay. What a fucking nerd. You're not wrong. It's in the name, bro. How long before Diamondbacks Chris Young is brought back as a legend? Honestly, I could see that happening. He's not a big name, but I feel like they have, like, a list of people, and they're like, well, we're paying fucking $20 million to have A-Rod or whatever. I'm sure it's not that much, but you know what I mean. They have like $20 million to pay A-Rod, and they're like, well, people are going to be mad if there's only like 3 legends added, so let's add Chris Young. How come you haven't visited every baseball ever, poser? Because visiting every baseball ever sounds like the impossible task. I would have to live my life in a baseball making factory, and then I'd also have to go to everywhere that there's ever been a baseball, and it just seems impossible. A poser and a quitter. It seems very hard. Don't give up on your dreams. And also another thing that people don't want to hear. There's some Yankee legends that are not in the game and that have not been in the game, or at least as long as I've been playing it. Where's Joe DiMaggio, bro? Where's like fucking Yogi Berra? Like every Yankees legend was on the island. Oh, brother. Where's like fuck, where's David fucking Cone? Like put Cone in the game. Cone would be a really cool player to put in the game because he's in like 100. He's been on like 100 different fucking teams. So he has his Cy Young year in '94 with the Royals. He has a World Series winning years with the Yankees. Yogi Berra, that's adorable. Name all 3 perfect games from 2012. I don't know. Is that the year of like Dallas Braden and Phil Humber and I don't know what the other one would be. Yeah, you know who's another, this is a stupid pick and I would not be pleased with this, but Aaron Boone could be in the game. Like they have access to Aaron Boone. He's a fucking manager. Like Dave Roberts. You could put them in. Humber, Kane, and Felix. I knew it was the Humber year. And you thought you would get me on that, but it was the famous ones that I couldn't remember. Who the fuck wants Aaron Boone? Nobody, but that's gotta be a cheap one, theoretically. Wasn't really balling. I'm just saying they don't like they only add like 15, they only add like 10 people to the game every year. And they can add more. They can add more. You want Moose Scourin? Funny enough, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe I've worn his World Series rings. I believe that is the guy whose World Series rings I wore when I was a kid. Imagine being able to name your Road to the Show guy Moose. When I was a kid, my parents went to go buy a car. And the salesman there, or the manager or something, was the nephew, was like the grandkid of Bill Skowron, I think. I'm pretty sure that's who it was. And he had like his World Series rings out there on display, and he like let my dad wear it and let me wear one of them and shit, which was pretty cool. But I might be wrong. It was some first baseman that had like multiple rings back in like the 50s. So I have to imagine it's him, but I don't remember because I was literally like 6 years old or 5 years or 7 years old or something. Who the fuck wants Aaron Boone? It's nobody wants Aaron Boone, but it's just a matter of, instead of adding fucking 5 to 8, like 8 to 10 people a year to the game, and also losing like 15 at the same time, like it's like they lose like 10 people, they add 10 people, and then they fucking just put out the same goddamn cards every fucking game. And it's the same formula over and over again, where like, instead of doing that, if you lose 10 guys, add fucking 25. You can't tell me you can't afford it. Like, some of these guys are not going to be expensive. They're just happy to like get a payday. Like a Chris Young. Like, is anybody hyped about Chris Young? Probably not, but that's They added what's his name? Um God. The guy that fucking the hell's his name? The fucking guy on the Orioles that was like pointing at fucking Jeter. At Jeter's home run in the 96 playoffs. That the kid Jeffrey Meyer fucking I remember the kid's name that fucking grabbed the ball. Like whatever that guy's name is, like they added him at some point during the like 2 years ago. Not like they're using that money to improve the graphics. Exactly. Yes, Tony Tarasco, thank you. Like Tony Tarasco was a good player, but he wasn't like mind-blowing. Like add Chris Davis. You know what I mean? Like add every year there's like a shortage of second baseman. Add some second fucking baseman, bro. I mean, they're gonna add Jeff Kent this year, I guess, but that's by proxy. Like he was not good. No, I guess he wasn't really that good. Like I mean, like I don't know. It's like mean to say that any of them are not good, even though I say all the time that these guys are shitty and whatever. They could add Joe Gordon. I would fucking love to try out a Joe Gordon card. Like they never have second baseman. Add some fucking second baseman to the game, bro. Like you can get Luis Castillo. Like get some random get I was gonna say Brandon Phillips. He played second, right? He wasn't a shortstop. Add Brandon fucking Phillips. Like or am I thinking of Orlando Cabrera? Yeah, Brandon Phillips was a second baseman. Not Orlando Cabrera. Or Orlando Hudson is what I was thinking of. Both were second baseman. Add them. Like, I don't know. Like, add fucking players to the game, bro. Like, what are we doing? Who played second in the 90s? That would be cool. Or the early 2000s. That would be like a cool addition to the game. How much can Brandon Phillips possibly cost? How much could Jose Vidro possibly cost? His wife is famous? Who's his wife? The WWE Women's Champion right now? Who? That's not a name. But also, I appreciate you explaining that to me. I saw Roman Reigns won the Rumble. Sounds boring. Jade Cargill? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I appreciate you explaining that she's the women's champion. But also, what's her name? But like, yeah. I saw Roman Reigns won the Rumble, which sounds like about as boring as you could possibly make it. Imagine Goldberg, but a worse wrestler. Who? Jade Cargill? Or Roman Reigns? I feel like there's no way Roman Reigns is worse than Goldberg, right? Yes. Is he actually worse than Goldberg? Is that possible? Jade can't wrestle? Oh, I think you meant Roman Reigns. My bad. She's like the buffest storm that can't wrestle for shit, hurts everyone she works with. Oh, really? She is buff. She looks like an action figure legitimately. Yeah, I just looked at pictures of her. She's fucking jacked, dude. I will never put in enough work to look like any of these wrestlers. That's what I think when I look at pictures like that. Like, I would never do that. I'm okay with it. BP is good on money. Do like WWE people make a lot of money? I mean, I'm sure things have changed a little now, but Barry Horowitz meets Blue Mania is crazy. That's crazy. If we tried, we could look like the Nasty Boys. That's also crazy. Up to the scene. What am I saying? I'm missing. They make a few million per year. Okay, that's good. That's good. Because I feel like in the 90s, they didn't make that much. I mean, I'm sure they made decent enough money. At least the guys in WCW were making a lot of money. Yeah, I'm different. I gotta piss. I'll be right back. They didn't make shit before the Monday Night Wars. I was more just joking about how they basically paid all those dudes like a massive amount of money and basically sunk the company. Just chatting? Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna play a game in a minute, but we were just talking. I wonder what peak Hulkamania pulled in per year. Hulk's money was from outside of WWE endorsements movies. That makes sense. Maybe he ain't shit game. Yo, Upleamer was good, buddy. I have to send you and Upleamer codes for the season pass. I'm going to send you the codes for it. But I think there was a little bit of a problem today, so I don't want to send it yet. You're paranoid about what? I think they were having problems on their end with the codes, so I was just going to wait until they fixed it. Oh, buying concert tickets and going by yourself? Yeah. I can understand that completely. You don't think he wants you to go alone? I would feel that way too. I mean, like, it's probably fine, but I get where he feels. Donate the proceeds to the Upleamer concert fund. I can't believe you were named in the Epstein files. That's pretty wild. I'm not rich enough to be named in the Epstein files. I'm sorry. I told them to just drop me off and pick me up. You guys are getting a car? You guys are getting a car in Vegas? Oh, he could walk you there. That's true. That's true. Okay, that's valid. Yeah. You were one of the masseurs? Yo, Jack was good. Make sure I get inside with the other millennials. Fair. Fair. It's like the most touristy, milquetoast safe environment. Inside, yes. But it's kind of off it's kind of off the strip. So it could be kind of awkward walking back. Like it could feel very dangerous and be dangerous. Yes, we have been watching Traders. I've been wanting to message you about it, but the problem is we're always like way behind. We don't end up watching it until like the weekend. How do you like it? How do you like the season so far? That's why I'd have him come meet me and pick me up when it's over. That's fair. I mean, it's not dangerous, but Vegas is kind of weird because if people think you have money and you're walking on the street and you're not like in the strip in like a heavily populated area, things happen on the back, like on the side streets. You know what I mean? You hate it? Yeah. I'm not a fan. I'm not. I feel like every season has gotten progressively worse. I feel like the first season was the best, the second season was the second best, the third season was the third best. So many dumb player moves again. Well, that's the problem is that they constantly keep having, they intentionally bring bad players onto the game. Like all the housewives, they're all shitty. Unless they're traders. In which case they're like usually decent. But they're not players. Like they're not, their thing is not playing reality shows. Their thing is like being a reality person. You know what I mean? Like it's just a different animal than like somebody that goes on like say Survivor or The Challenge or Big Brother or Amazing Race. Like those people are there to compete and play a game. Like traders, but they constantly have like Steven from One Tree Hill. Like I don't know what One Tree Hill is. I vaguely recall that from like our childhood being a TV show. So what, he's an actor? Like Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport is fucking garbage at everything. Like everything he said was dog shit. It was just so, it's like so fucking, but the thing that the thing that really pissed me off about the whole Michael Rappaport thing is that he was the most obvious faithful of all time. He was never a traitor, but people wanted to vote him out because they hated him. And what I would have done was vote him out in the first vote so you never have to deal with him again. Fuck whoever made Michael Rappaport relevant. I don't, is he relevant? Has he ever been relevant? Wasn't he just like a failed comedian turned actor? Like, I'm not, like, I can't name a single Michael Rappaport movie. Rappaport over Colton? No, Rappaport was just so fucking annoying. He was the most annoying person that maybe they've ever cast. However, like, Colton sucks, dude. Colton is, woof. Like, I feel like everything he does is so, it's like, what's the right word? Not comedic. That's definitely not the right word. It's like, it's comical, I guess is maybe the right word. Everything Colton does is comical, but like not in the funny sense, in like the, like, are you even a real person sense? Because he's like, he went up to Lisa Rinna and was like, I know you're a traitor. If you don't kill me, I won't vote you out. Are you fucking stupid, dude? Because number one, what if she's not a traitor? What's the point in that? Number two, if she is a traitor, that's not gonna work. Like, that's so fucking dumb, dude. So you guys vote, you don't vote for her, and then she kills you upstairs. You're just dead. You're fucking dumb. You should be a random bum at Costco, not on TV. Joe, why are we going to bring down Costco in this? Costco, he doesn't deserve to be a Costco. He can go to like, he can work at the bodega down the block. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like Colton is like, man, I'll tell you who's, yeah. Brian Kirkland Hickey. Exactly. I don't know, like Colton, everything he does is just like, what are we doing? Like, what are you doing, man? But the thing that pisses me off about traders is, like you said, they have so many bad players. Like fucking Mora. That's her name, right? That chick does not have a fucking, she doesn't have a solid 2 brain cells to accidentally bump together in her fucking head, man. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on in that head. She's brain dead. Like, every single person she is naming are people that, like, and for the same reason, she'll give like a laundry list of reasons why she thinks this person is a traitor. And I'll just be sitting there and like, isn't that proof that they're faithful? Like, isn't that list, like, if you just take a moment to think about the fucking any logic behind what you're saying, that would prove that they were faithful. And understand how to control the table? I mean, sort of. I'd imagine that's hard when it's 75% of the people just all their brain cells are pickled. Like, I don't know. The problem with that logic is you have to have people smart enough to sort of like follow that lead. And you just don't hear. Like, half of the people, like Tara Lipinski, and Tara is like, she seems like a really nice person. But bro, like, she has 0 game sense. She has absolutely no clue. And then her partner or whatever, like her friend Johnny, is so lost. He's so lost. She votes on if people had smoked salmon. Yes, yeah. Yeah. Like, I just don't get it. Like, there's nobody, the only good players that I feel like that were on this season were like Rob Sesternino. Like, I was so sad. Rob Sesternino is a fucking genius and just so good at these games, but not even so good at these games. Forget being so good at these games. He's like, he's a champion for these games. Like, he's bringing publicity to them. They finally have him on a fucking show. He finally makes it to Traders. And then immediately everybody's just like all the dumb people get together and they're like, well, we got to get him out because, he's really good at the game. So he must be a traitor. How does that fucking make any sense? How does that make any goddamn sense? I know that that's not what happened, that he was killed, he was murdered, whatever the fuck they call it. But he was the next one to go. Because these people are just like fucking, I don't know. I have so much to say, but like the only good people, Rob, Natalie, Jam. Rob is really good, which surprised me. I don't remember where he came from, but he is a person that came from a not competitive reality show that is very good, which is cool to see. But like, you're hitting on Rob once. He's from Love Island. You're hitting on him once out of like fucking 15 people that came from non-competitive reality shows. Like, anybody who came from the non-competitive reality shows are just bad. There was also that girl from Big Brother that got voted out. I think she got voted out. She was good, but I don't even remember her name because I never watched Big Brother, so I don't even remember her name. Yes, Tiffany. She was good. She was smart. She was like, whatever. She wasn't just jumping on board like things. Some of her picks were wrong, but she didn't have the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Like, Mora is like, Natalie is a traitor because she was desperate to get the thing that would save her from being killed. What? Like, Natalie's a traitor because she doesn't have, she was desperate to get the antidote that would cure her of the poison that would kill her. How? Why would a traitor desperately try to get the antidote and put a target, paint a target on their back and just be like, and shine a light on themselves and be like, by the motherfucking way, guys, I'm a fucking traitor. But I'm going to try and prevent Tara fucking Lipinski, the most pointless fucking player on the planet, from getting the antidote because we want her to die? How's that not the dumbest logic? Like, where is there any semblance of intelligence in the thought process that Natalie is a traitor because of that? If you said Natalie was a traitor for good reasons, then fine. If you said like, oh, she's acting weird, she's not acting like herself, I expected this, I expected that, fine. Be suspicious based on that. Don't stop being suspicious of the people like Jam Jam and Natalie that are trying to save themselves when they believe that they're at risk of being murdered. A fucking traitor is not going out there and putting themselves out there like that. We've watched this game 4 fucking times. There's been 4 fucking seasons of this and no traitors have ever fucking done that. Because why would you want to put the spotlight on yourself? Your goal is to be to fucking blend in with the rest of the morons. A person that's that fucking adamant about getting the antidote and not getting fucking killed right then and there is automatically faithful in my brain. Or at the very least, at the bottom of the fucking suspicion list. It feels like no one watched another prior season. It feels like nobody ever opened a fucking textbook in their life. It feels like no one, like these people were in first grade and were like, 3 + 3 = 6. I don't like these symbols. I'm out, bro. A cow says moo. What is that? Like, I don't know. They've never watched another season. They've never watched they've never watched another reality show. They've never watched Wheel of Fortune. They've never fucking played a board game with other people. The Dancing with the Stars guy, the guy with the long hair, the long curly hair and the fucking mustache, that guy is fucking stupid. Like, he has no idea what's going on. He's just literally there existing and then randomly going, I think Colton did it. Like, somebody tells him what to think and he's an NPC. Yeah, he is an NPC. Someone tells him, you know what, guy? You know what, buddy? I don't remember his fucking name. You know what, bud? I think it's Michael Rappaport. Oh, you know what? You're right. Yeah, you're right. It's him. Like, I don't know. I feel like in a game like Traders, you have to at least, like, consider thinking about something. I don't know. I don't know. But that's the problem with traders. There's inherent flaws in traders, unfortunately. Like the way the gameplay is in general. I also think another thing I don't really love about traders is that, like, they'll randomly add a new trader into the game. They'll randomly add a new trader from, like, the people. They'll be like, hey, we lost a trader, so we're gonna make Now Natalie's going to be a traitor or something like that, right? Okay, so the secret traitor was made no sense. It just made no fucking sense. I think this is just pure conjecture. I have no real evidence of this or anything. But some people that all that uh have watched the show and pointed some things out. I think they knew that Donna was just there for like a couple days, just a couple episodes. She probably didn't really want to be there, and they were like, "Hey, let's like put you on. We'll make you. We'll." They gave her the secret trader thing, and they were like, "Oh, this will be like a fun thing for the audience," because everything surrounding her was like very weird. It was extremely fucking weird. She wasn't at two of the challenges. She wasn't involved in two of the challenges. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you noticed that. There were two challenges that she just didn't even participate in. And then all of a sudden they held like a special vote. Okay, so you did notice that she didn't do the challenges. Yeah. She was in one of the challenges and then didn't do the other two. And then oh, she couldn't do them physically. Okay. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was really weird because she wasn't there. Then they randomly had a vote in the middle of the day. And everybody unanimously voted for her. We have never seen a unanimous vote in fucking Traitors, ever. And every single person there voted for her. And she was just like, oh yeah, I figured. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like the secret traitor thing was like something that the producers were like, hey, we'll have her on for a couple days. She doesn't really want to be here. Oh, Ron didn't vote for her? Oh, really? I thought everybody did. I could have sworn everybody did. But it just there was something weird about it, and it felt like they were like, we're gonna have her for a couple days. She doesn't want to be here for that long. We'll just have everybody unanimously vote her at like a round table that doesn't really affect the game, but we'll make it fun, and we'll make her be a traitor that is going to secretly feed information to them, and whoever from her list gets voted out, whatever. Which, like, that's sweet to give her, I guess, that opportunity. I don't know. But I also think it's like, why are we hurting the integrity of the game? Like, why are we giving her this opening? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, what's the point? Like, it's nice to treat her that way, I guess. Like, it's sweet, but what's the point? I really just don't get it. For Swifty eyes, duh. Well, I guess that's true. They get the exposure from the Taylor Swift fans. I guess that's actually that's a really good point. That's actually probably exactly what they were thinking. That makes sense. It's still, to me, it's like you're hurting the integrity of your game. But I don't know if they really take the game that seriously. I don't know if the game takes itself that seriously, if that makes sense. I feel like it's because if it did, then they would have more actual game players on there, as opposed to like just people they think are going to be entertaining and funny and like dumb. But that's my rant about traders. I'm disappointed in the season. I'm still like somewhat enjoying it to an extent because it's like I like Rob. Like he's playing a really good game. Um I love Natalie. I would love to see her succeed at the game. W Rant. The one thing that I was gonna say that I never finished the thought was like I hate that they add an extra trader because it would be fun. I feel like in a demented way, but it would be fun if they voted out all the traders, but they didn't know that they voted out the traders, and everybody's just fighting amongst themselves. Oh well, then nobody would die. Actually, never mind. That's not really feasible because then nobody would be killed. So the game would have to end. But Alan could be like, there's a way to protect everybody from being killed tonight. And then they're all just going at each other. All the innocents are going at each other. I mean, that's maybe not fair in a game sense, but it'd be more interesting than what the fuck they're doing now. Let's play some Slay the Spire, ladies and gents. Ladies and germs. So stupid. Oh man. Traders. Yeah, I'm glad you asked me about that here because I was gonna text you about it, and then I was like, how the fuck am I gonna get any thoughts out through text? Because this whole thing is just ridiculous. We'll see how it wraps up. Yeah. Like last season, I'm not optimistic. Yeah, I'm not super optimistic either. Last season was like, it really wasn't that great. It was fine for what it was, but it just wasn't that great. And I fear the same for this one. At least like I liked Gabby from last season, so like I was happy that she won, but it was like she was like the last remaining person that I liked after there was like 8 people left. Like to make another trader, who would I pick? I would probably pick Natalie, but that's because I know that Natalie's like really, really fucking good. But who do I think they're gonna pick? I think Rob is gonna pick off Candace, and I think he's gonna end up making like Colton a trader, which I think is gonna be a terrible decision. But I hope I'm wrong about that. And Rob has made very good moves thus far, but I would, if I had to pick somebody, I would pick Natalie. If I had to pick somebody else that wasn't Natalie, actually, I don't even know if Natalie is good to take because everybody's so suspicious of her at this point because they're all dumb. I don't know. That's a good question. Who would you take? Who would you make a trader? I'm gonna take 100 gold. And go to the left. Ooh, I like the thought process. I really like that logic. The only thing is with that is if they're telling the truth, and I don't know if they're telling the truth or this is just a bullshit and edit thing. In theory, if they're telling the truth, no one knows that no one knows that Tara and Johnny are working together. So if they don't know, then maybe that like idea would change. But if Johnny's just dumb and thinks that nobody knows, and Tara's just thinks that nobody knows, then yeah, that idea is very, very sound. And I can't really tell because at first I thought Johnny was smart, and I thought Tara was reasonably smart. But the more they talk, the more I go, I'm not really sure you guys know what the fuck is going on. I can't tell if they know what's going on or they just think they know what's going on. None of these are what I want. And their publicized friendship. Fair. That's valid because you do know who they are. Like I would also assume it. I don't know enough about them. I mean I remember Tara Lipinski. I don't remember him. But I would assume that they were friends or at least associates. Like they knew each other prior to, if they're both ice skaters. You know what I mean? So that's valid. That's very valid. I don't know what the fuck to do here. I guess Tempest. I think I want to do 50-50. That's good. That's really good. Let's get 50 gold right here. Of course, we don't have enough block, or we don't even have a decent amount of block here, which is sad. It's a 16 and 12. It's enough. We're good. I thought we weren't going to be good there. I should have done the math a little sooner. I'll take a rebound. Rebound, zap, defend. Hopefully we get a good shop here because we have a lot of money. Or we have a decent amount of money. We should have 300 here. And pile driver's good. Upgrade zap. No. Upgrade Tempest so it's not a complete fucking waste. Chemical X. I think Chemical X is good here. I think Chemical X is good here. It's not amazing, but it's good. So we'll take it. Centennial Puzzle's good. Where are the question marks? No more. No more question marks here. No block, so that's unfortunate. I think I will use the potion though, so that's fine. Use it. We use the potion. We use the plated armor. We get more draw here. Tempest is 6 lightning. It just doesn't kill. Like, that's just not lethal. I guess we block 10 and then just do it. Yo. Hit this guy instead, dude. What the hell? Oh, plus the plated armor. So we only take 7 here. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, we didn't kill this guy. So we survive this. We make it through this. Okay, we got through the first elite. We got a pantograph, which is really solid. Another Tempest. Oh, man. This is the dumbest build of all time. Let's kill this guy. Block 5. Not very good, but we'll live with it. We'll block 5 and then do this. Okay. Go. Defrag? Oh boy. This is good. This is a very good start. Now, can we really get through this fight? That's the problem. Zap into a Tempest. It's a lot of damage to be dealt right away. The problem is we have no fucking defense. Okay, 10's probably fine. Does 9 times 6, right? That wasn't too bad. Pocket Watch. Thunderstrike. This is like the only time Thunderstrike is ever relevant. It's really we're really like super glass cannon-y right here. If we take this. I'm in a bit of trouble, I think. Okay, this doesn't do... This does enough, though. I don't have enough block. I'm gonna die. Oh, fuck. I couldn't have Tempest here, dude. I just lose, right? I should have been better here. I had a good start, but I got myself into too much trouble. Couldn't change the path, couldn't do shit there. It's also my own fault because I got greedy. I took all the greedy picks. We'll take the HP. Oh, this is the hottest remix of the year. Okay, that was quick, that was easy. Hologram. Let's take the charge battery. Okay. Ah. I'm going to take the defrag and assume that I run into those other cards again later, but never know. You never know. Kiss your ass goodbye. Go for the eyes is good, or at least good enough. Unfortunately, we're taking some damage here. But there's not a whole lot I can do to prevent that, so it's life. Can we kill now? Yes. Yes. Okay. We're getting through shit. A chill, a core surge. I think we take core surge for the damage. And we go left. We go left, we take another fight. Artifact saves us there. Weaken. We're still taking 9. We're still taking 9, and it sucks, but at least we got out of that fight. Leap, overclock. I don't like Streamline at all, but it's possible we need it here. Going into the elite fight, we probably do. Gremlin Knob, yeah, we need this. At least I have Core Surge, which is sick. But it sucks that we drew Go for the Eyes at the wrong time. Because Go for the Eyes obviously would have been a lot better later on. Maybe I didn't need to play Defrag. I'm not sure. We're going to take 16 here. Bronson! What's up, buddy? You're going to sleep? Do I have to clean? Thank you. I love you. Good night. I guess we take 16 here, which takes him down to... We'll take him down to 27. Can I really deal 27 worth of damage on the next turn? I don't know. It also takes us down to 26. Okay. We got through the Gremlin Knob fight, and that's good. And it was because of Streamline. I'm in a bad position, though. I'm in a rough position in terms of damage. In terms of how am I going to beat Hexaghost is what I should say. Do I take a Doom and Gloom? Do I take a Ball Lightning? I gotta take one of them, I think, for the defrag. I think I'll take the Doom and Gloom. I don't know. I don't know. I might be making mistakes here. Okay, I did that backwards. I should have done that in a different order, but it's fine. Yeah, I definitely fucked that up, but it's okay. I don't know if it's okay, to be completely honest, but... Can I deal 17 here? Yes. Sunder would solve any damage problems that we have, but I already took the Doom and Gloom. I'm going to just stick with that. I'm going to skip here. We're going to go into the elite fight. It's going to be scary. We're going to draw 3 cards. We're going to get Doom and Gloom, which is huge. That's what I needed. We have a 70% chance to pull a potion here. So I think we go Distilled Chaos as well. Huge. Huge. Dude, what is this song, bro? So I don't have lethal right now, so let's just do this instead. We have 4 energy. I'm gonna just full block over playing Streamline. In this fight, Streamline is significantly worse. So I don't know if I'm worried about it. Like, I know I'm not worried about it, because I'm probably not gonna really get a chance to play it too well anyway. Okay, that was perfect. These Dark Orbs just not doing it. There we go. It's a little bit of a problem not being able to use them. I'm going to take a chill here. I might be filling the deck up a little too much, and that's concerning. Let's take an Art of War. Do I want to go to a shop with 300 gold? I think so. I'll do this once. We got the boot. The worst reward, but we got it on one shot, so that was nice. Capacitor is useless to me right now. I don't think that it's going to help me at all. A med kit could be the way we get through this fight. It could be the way we get through the Hexaghost fight. The problem is I'm very far from having a good deck here. I don't really know what the fuck we have to do in order to improve this. We need to do a lot, unfortunately. I'm going to take the med kit because I think I need it for the Hexaghost fight. And then delete a strike, I think. Should I take leap? No. I'm gonna go. I could have taken the Blessings of the Forge, but I'm not sure. They should deliver in the snow. Don't they? Nobody delivers here? Oh. Well, that's fair. Do you guys not have, like, DoorDash and shit over there? Does the artifact hit before the vulnerable? No. Okay, I made a mistake. Not where I live? That sucks. It super sucks, dude. Compile driver is draw. And draw is good. Just serial killers? I mean, I assumed. Since you're there. Dumb. That's such a dumb joke. Look, this is for you. This is Compile driver. You see he's the defect, aka the cowboy, is doing a pile driver on the enemy. That card art is for you, bro. Why do you say serial killers live there? I have to hear it. Just tell me. Just tell me. The murderer 3 doors down from you? I didn't know that either. Unless you're talking about the guy that was related to you or whatever, or through marriage. Could have sworn that I mentioned this. I mean, maybe if you start telling the story, I'll be like, oh, fuck, I forgot. Yeah. But as of right now, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. He lives in a murder cousin is insane. Three houses down from you? Oh, I think I vaguely recall this. I think I remember the barn thing. That's insane. Our friends moved to a place in Long Island. Like, I don't know if it was during the pandemic or right before the pandemic. I think it was right before the pandemic. And they're like a block away from the dude that killed like a ton of people out in Long Island. I forget what they call him. But he like killed people. He was like a serial killer for like fucking 30 years. I remember reading about it in the news, seeing it on the news and shit, like 25 fucking years ago. And they finally caught him like a couple years ago. They live literally on the next block over. And they said like the house is so obviously not taken care of and like looks completely awkward on the block. That shit is really creepy. Anyway, do I take the draw? I don't know his name. They apparently, there's 2 Netflix documentaries on this guy, or at least 2 documentaries. Maybe they're not both on Netflix. Maybe one's on Netflix, one's on Hulu or something like that. You got to tell me what his serial killer name is, and then I can confirm if that's the thing. Because I didn't see the documentaries. We haven't gotten around to watching them. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Gilgo Beach, yeah. I was trying to remember. It was something beach. Okay, they did not catch him while my friends were living there. In 2011 is when they caught him? Is that what it says? Oh, 23. Okay, so they were there. That's the way I thought they told the story. And then I was like, I'm like looking at it and it said to 2011. I remember when they caught this guy. That's fucking wild. That shit is literally a block away from my friend's house. Like they bought a house and then like a few months later or like a year later, this dude is getting like fucking busted for being a serial killer. I'd be terrified. That was the last confirmed murder. Okay. I've never been to their house since they moved there. Maybe they moved in 2023. Maybe it wasn't during the pandemic. Maybe it was right after. But yeah, I think that's fucking nuts. I'd be like terrified. They have 2 kids now. No, I think they moved before the pandemic. I believe they moved there before the pandemic because they have 2 kids and I think they're, and they definitely didn't have the kids until they moved there, so. Anyway, do I take another core surge? It seems a little pointless, but maybe it'll be good. Let's heal so we don't have to heal here. Oh, wait, we're facing Hexaghost. I shouldn't have healed. I'm actually a moron. I just wasted the gold there. I should have just deleted a card. Okay, at least we can weaken them. And not quite full block, but almost. Alright, this playlist has gone way off the rails here. Okay, we definitely have to... Oh, well, we could just play everything. We have 2 artifacts, which are useless, I think, in this fight. I don't believe I'm ever getting... I'll ever have a reason to play them. At least in this fight. Maybe Doom and Gloom was, like, necessary there. Let's get rid of the burn. Being able to get rid of the burns is so valuable. So fucking valuable. We should be able to get through the rest of this fight, I think. We'll dual cast here. One time I took an antibiotic to get rid of the burns. Okay, this is the big scary attack. We'll survive it. But can we end this fight? It was slipped to me without my knowledge. Unfortunately, I know I'm getting burned here. That's the difference between us. Bro, there's no way, dude, right? There's no fucking way I can't kill him by 1. There's no fucking way I die by 1. Well, I don't die by 1, but Hexaghost doesn't die. I mean, the deck was bad, but that should have been a win. That's so fucking annoying. I heard her whistle and I hear Brunson racing over there. My man was definitely sleeping on the guest bed, just like, oh, sure, I'll stay here. I really don't want to curse. I would like to transform 2 cards, though. That would be cool. I guess I could transform 1 card for free. He threw 2 picks in the Pro Bowl. The Super Bowl's on Sunday, right? I can't wait. I'm super hyped to watch the fucking Patriots yet again. In the flag... It's flag football? The Pro Bowl is flag football now? Has it always been flag football? It's the woke bowl? What do you mean by that? Give me Sean Taylor murdering punters. It's funny, when we were in Hawaii, we saw a whole ass flag football team, like the US flag football team or some shit. Which was really weird. As someone who's not a football fan, I mean, I tend to agree because football's so fucking dangerous. Lessens injury potential, yeah. Ash, my guy. What's up, Ash? How we doing, bud? Underground king, and I ain't been crowned. I'm gonna take the rip and tear. I guess Go for the Eyes is really good against Hexaghost, but in general, it's really good. I can't believe they gave me a Storm when I transformed the card, because that's maybe the worst card I could have asked for. And I don't know what to do anymore. One for rain. I'll take the Go for the Eyes. I'll take the Go for the Eyes. I'm not going to take the curse. I didn't want to take the curse in the beginning. And that's what got us in this position. You might watch the good Anaconda tonight. Yes. I think that they did. She ruined popcorn? How'd she ruin popcorn? Not the new one, but the classic? I'm gonna be straight up. I wasn't sure what you meant by the good Anaconda. Because the old movie sucked too. Focus all the time. Am I really? I'm gonna take a cool-headed. I'm not feeling good. Is it as bad as Congo? Solid question. Probably not. Apparently the cameraman kept putting his camera in her face, so she was doing dumb shit to try and get him to leave her alone. What? Guess we could do a sweeping beam here. He looks so sad. This is what passes as Pro Bowl these days. I mean, if we're being honest, the Pro Bowl's always been a joke, so. Getting spooky out here. Always is a strong word. I mean, as far as I remember. Nobody told Sean Taylor that? The evil spirit of slothfulness? What does that mean? He changed that to last year, the Prime versus Rice. I mean, I guess that's real. I guess. I suppose. I guess you can make an argument that he was playing for real there. Bro, can we please stop talking about Kash Patel? I don't care about Kash Patel. This man's hating Sean Taylor's ghost. Brian Cashman, yeah, big fan. Big Brian Cashman guy. My fault, I'm not saying I don't agree with all the players, but I'd say it's worse now. I don't think that's the reason, though. I don't think that's the reason that it's worse now. I think players just don't give a fuck. I think that's what it is. Which, like, rightfully so. I don't blame them. Like, I wouldn't really care either. He was only... Wait, he got caught lacking? What do you mean by that? What do you do? I think I'm gonna take the regen pot, I think. I mean, the big names pull out and you end up with Shador and Flacco as Pro Bowler. Right, right. Wait, Flacco's also a Pro Bowler this year? OVA. Not have nothing to say. Nope. You know. So bad Justin Fields pulled out. I saw that. Is what it is. Warm some head. Shorty. It's so bad Justin Fields was there in the first place. That's valid as well. I just think like at some point the players stopped caring because they were like, okay, Hawaii is not as cool as I thought it was. And they're like, I can afford a vacation to Hawaii anyway. Burrow and Flacco are both named replacements. Oh, it moved to Orlando? Oh, really? Oh, then maybe that's why. Burrow and Flacco are both Pro Bowl quarterbacks. Dude, Burrow was hurt for like 90% of the year. It hasn't been Hawaii for a while? Oh. I just assumed it was like... I don't know why it fell off so hard then. I mean, I guess it would be that. Because it's not in Hawaii. I gotta thank my little homie Naz for that, though. I miss where the MVP got a car and they actually tried, but when Dion and Rice drafted teams, it was entertaining. You remember Big Forehead Manning and stocky ass Ray Lewis in Hawaiian shirts doing? Yes, yes, yes. It's true. I just assumed they continued doing it there. It's in Orlando? Who the fuck wants to go to Orlando? After the season, too. It's a core... Yeah, that's fair. I don't know what that means. I don't know, man. I'm married. OVA, I got my mojo back, baby. I'll behave. OVA, I moved into, baby, on the way. Pile driver, chill. I don't know. It's pretty easy to live in Jersey, to be honest. Kind of nice. This deck sucks. I don't know why I'm so tired. Like, maybe I didn't sleep last night. Rebound, compile driver, chill. Do I want any of these cards? I feel like... Compile driver might be good. 2004 RRH. True. From the Vision? Oh, that's wrestling. I was like, who's kicking LeBron from anywhere? Who you are? Let's upgrade Cool-Headed. That's Scott Steiner's nephew. Is he also on a massive, colossal amount of roids? When you say Scott Steiner's nephew, do you mean Rick Steiner's kid? Another former Ravens practice squad fullback? Really? Wait, why fuck Rick Steiner? Actually, do I even want to know why? I don't know if I want to know. Oh yeah, that dude does look like Rick Steiner. I'd have to imagine his brother would feel the same way. Oh, that's crazy. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. The boot is so fucking pointless that I want to take a sapphire key, but I have no art. I have no relics. I'm trying to figure out a way that the boot actually helps me, and it just doesn't feel like it does. All right. Wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Wow. What are we gonna do here? Just die? Is that it? Is that all we got? This deals 16. We'd have to do 24 on the next turn. I don't think I have 24 damage. Or I could take 16 here and take 24. Yeah, that didn't work out. I'm retiring. Micah Parsons tried to check into the game on his motorized wheelchair. That's so fucking sad. Micah Parsons deserves a good he deserves a solid career. I was thinking about what life would be like as a leaf cutter ant. That you have quite the mind, sir. I think about other things like never. I've like that's never. That thought has never crossed my mind. I'll be honest. You're gonna eat lunch at IKEA? It's dope, man. Super cool. Like how much higher you can hang your TV? Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I think about. I don't even know what I think about, but I can assure you it's not being a leaf cutter ant. I feel like there's simultaneously more important things, but also are those important things more important than thinking about if you're a leaf cutter ant? Maybe not. Like, I could be wrong. You know what I mean? You scrolled through that Reddit until you were triggered? To totally ruin their inventory overnight? Why do you have to do it overnight, though? What if you... Well, actually, I guess if it took a week, they'd figure it out beforehand, right? Yeah, that's a good question. How many would you have to sneak in? How would you sneak that many in? It'd be really hard. All right, I'm going to take the 250 gold. That's not a bad curse. Not a good curse, but it's not a bad curse. Too low and it ruined your night? The thing about those setups is, yes, it definitely is bad if like the TV's not set up properly. However, sometimes you don't have a choice. That's kind of the issue. Sometimes you just like the space you have in your house, you don't really have a choice. An absolutely decimated store. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking funny. You 90% of them are putting them in the wrong places. I mean, that's definitely valid for sure, but I do think that like there's got to be a decent amount of people that just don't have like the proper interior design better. Like we have a room downstairs. Now, I personally just don't even want to put a TV in it because I think it's just like a room that doesn't work for a TV, but she wants to put a TV in it. We technically have a TV in there right now, but it's the curved TVs. I did. How did we get back to TVs? They bring it up, man. But we have a room downstairs that has like, that we were thinking about putting a TV on the wall, but the only way that it was like possible, the only way it was viable is by putting the TV stand up. You guys fuck with the iPod Nano? Remember when first gen LCD TVs had really bad viewing angles? I do not. That I do not remember. How did iPods work? It was TVs or STS, man. Look, he plays STS, okay? How dare you? Take a dagger through. Dagger throw got upgraded. That's good. Did you own a typewriter? First of all, no. Second of all, I've considered buying a typewriter in the past. Typewriters are dope, dude. They're crazy. Or counting the exact number of leafcutter ants to ruin an IKEA store in 9 hours at a time. Which, to be fair, was definitely the best topic that was brought up. Out of every topic that we are talking about, the leaf cutter ants was creative. The most creative. You only know what Zunes are. Wild. I was alive during that time and I don't even know what a Zune is. Wow. A floor 2 Wraith form? Sorry, floor 3? I had a Zune. That shit worked well. Wasn't Zune the music thing? Yeah, a Zune was basically another version of an iPod. I never had an iPod or a Zune because we were broke as fuck when I was growing up, so. Isn't that what Metallica sued? They sued Napster. One time I got... I respect that. I respect that. Oh, Zune was the Microsoft version. Okay. Some old head shit. Bro, Napster was awesome. I'm tripping. I didn't pick Sean Paul though. You gave it a tribute and left it there? I don't know if I believe that, but that is funny as fuck if that's what you did. By funny, I mean that's fucked off. LimeWire was better. I agree. Crazy they sued them and then 10 years later they're only getting paid. I didn't know that. They sued... Oh, I thought you meant Zune sued iPod. Sorry. I understand what you're saying now. I bet you they're getting paid more than 0.0003 cents for their songs. I bet you. Someone like Metallica is probably getting paid more than that, I would imagine. Maybe the average person is, but I have to imagine Metallica is getting paid more. Because they're such assholes about their money. Normally I'd upgrade, but I have a lot of fires coming up and I don't want this curse in here. And then we can upgrade right here. Boom, Wraith form. LimeWire was sick. LimeWire was awesome. I loved it, personally. But all good things come to an end, I guess. Maybe I should use the strength potion. Maybe I should have used the strength potion already. This is awkward. Okay, we killed this one at least. And killed your family PC? Never killed my PC. That might have been propaganda for you to like, for people to tell you to stop using it. A little bit, yes. Did it really? It killed people's PCs? I feel like that's the type of thing the record company says to get people to stop using it. And not wrapping up. Well, that's true. I guess if you're like referring to, I suppose there were quite a bit of viruses on there. But like, I don't know. I figured out how to handle viruses pretty fucking quickly as a kid. Fuck! Finally can't block anything here. Where is Teenage Icky getting the viruses from? I mean, like, they invented fucking... They invented some fucking, like, they invented virus scans, like, right away, so... When I was younger and was pirating shit... Back when I didn't know any better, and that's illegal, and I would never do that now. I'd never. It was different. The world was different. Just use a virus scan, bro. So I'm going through some IKEA documents, and there's an average weight per grand opening of 2,200 tons of inventory. 118 wheelers of inventory. Next, we need to isolate the damage and with maybe 2 or 3 skips now, we make albums with maybe 2 or 3 songs. Sort of. I feel like that's a little bit of like incorrect. There was plenty of shitty albums from 20 years ago. It's just that nobody remembers them because only the good ones last, you know. There were plenty of bad albums then too. People just don't listen to them now. Exactly. Icky, I wasn't alive. Yeah. You weren't. Trust me, there was plenty of shitty music back then too, but I promise. I'm sure we can put you onto some of it. We were listening to Typo Negative last night. That's definitely up there. Hybrid theory is so wild. Anti-industry plant, bro. I mean, I don't know if I would consider that an industry plant. I get that you had the way you described it, and I could see what you're saying, but I'm not really sure that would be how I would define an industry plant. One of like 12 albums you own? I mean, I guess that's kind of fair. I'd like to live in. And I'm being very confused. I mean, last week at some point I finished at 4 a.m. So it's possible. It was a possibility. Maximum weight versus how fast it moves. He only plays till 4 when he puts on snap. Now we gotta do some division. 8 billion leafcutter ants to destroy one IKEA overnight. Okay, now come up with a plan for how you're going to sneak in 8 billion leafcutter ants and nobody figures it out. That's, I guess that's the problem. 8 billion's a lot. Maybe instead of starting with an IKEA, you start with like a local, like antique store. Maybe it'll be easier. Maybe it'll only be 2 billion ants. That's a fuck ton of ants. I would say that's true. Find out how many leafcutter ants exist in the world. Because I think that's valuable information. I think I gotta take dash here. I'd much rather take calculated gamble, but I need to live. Their size are complicated, the weight isn't the issue. Oh, for sure. I mean, you could absolutely carry 8 billion ants, but how? And how are you going to sneak that in? 8 billion's a lot. That's or as you described it, a fuck ton, which is a very apt description. I don't need a bottle tornado, so that really fucking sucks. What are we going to do with that? It's the size of 8 full-grown elephants? No way I carry that many in a jar is probably pretty accurate. Yeah, I think you're right. You call her fuck ton? Dude, that's so mean. I think I'm taking noxious fumes, catalyst, and removing a strike, and I think that's all we're doing here. Maybe an entropic brew? It says a lot about my friends. I don't think it says a lot about your friends so much as it says a lot about you. Alright, we'll take the entropic brew because I need to get through this elite fight somehow. Calipers is fun. Good Christian boy. Sure. Same. Samesies, bro. I'm playing everything against this fella. Dead. Okay, maybe I didn't need to play every potion, but maybe I only won because I played every potion. So I don't know. That was kind of awkward how that worked, but it worked. Why does it say his new stepson? I don't get it. Oh, is he boning that dude's mom? First game in France. Saints versus Browns. I mean, nobody likes France. A large colony is 8 million ants, so 1,000 large colonies need to agree to descend upon IKEA. Agree. He said they have to agree to descend upon IKEA. France over Jersey? Right. That's why they gave us the Giants and the Jets. At least they gave France the Saints and the Browns. I'm going to upgrade the catalyst. New Snap Season streamer, man. Yo, Down Lemur, what's good? I'm going to send you the code. I got the codes. The only thing is they were having issues on their end with the codes. So I didn't want to send it to you guys yet. Just in case. Like, I sent it to you, then it didn't work for you, and then I couldn't get it back. So, I'll see if they solve it tomorrow. I'll just send it. I'll send you guys the codes. Okay, yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fun. Bless you. Snap having technical issues? No way. Yeah, it's like every single fucking time. No matter what. It never ends. I'm gonna remove a strike instead of taking the money. And we're going to upgrade noxious fumes. Fuck. Okay, that was sick. We killed that dude. That the fuck up. Baby about me, baby. Be a millionaire. Who the fuck cares? I'm stanky rich. Okay. Do they have to trade for his brothers? I wonder. Did he really leave the bench in the middle of the game? I think he's going to end up going to somewhere. I think he's going to end up somewhere that, like, nobody's anticipating, like fucking Miami or some shit. I don't think he's going to the Knicks. I don't think there's any chance. I think it's just Knicks for clicks at this point. Keep blowing up. The Wolves I could see. Yeah, I could see the Wolves. That's right. I forgot they did that. 2022 Randall for 2026 Giannis. Here's the thing. I'm afraid to get Giannis. Like, I'm actually kind of relieved that the Knicks are not getting him because obviously he's like a top tier player, but those fucking calf injuries or whatever, he's having calf injuries right now. He's injured his calf twice this year. And last year, this year, every calf injury we've seen has led to an Achilles tear. So if the Knicks traded off like Cat and Mikhail for Giannis, for like say Giannis and Miles Turner or something, like somehow a deal like that worked, it would be devastating. Kevin McHale? No, Mikal Bridges. Sorry, my bad. Well, you're non-Knicks fans. Mikal Bridges. If they traded the two of them for, like, say, Giannis and Miles Turner or some shit, right? Like, that would look great on paper. But then Giannis tears his Achilles, like, 3 weeks from now. We would be stuck with him for a year and a half. We will have lost Cat in that time. And Mikal. And, like, yeah, the team is not perfect right now. But like the team is not perfect right now, but it would certainly be better with 2 players instead of what a glorious 3 weeks it was. Right. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm scared. Any player could tear their. Yeah, of course. But calf injuries lead to Achilles tears. That's how KD got hurt. That's how Dame got hurt. That's how Jason Tatum got hurt. That's how Tyrese got hurt. They all had calf injuries that they didn't manage properly, and they played on, and that led to the Achilles tear. Because what happens is they're like favoring that calf, so they're not putting all their weight on it and whatever, and it ends up leading to them tearing their Achilles. So manage it properly, but managing it properly might mean like Giannis sits for like a month and a half. He's not going to do that. Like, he's not going to be honest about it. So it's going to lead to a worse injury. Felt my Achilles stretch a bit more than I felt before and just went home. Ain't trying to get that smoke. Yeah, it's not worth it, dude. That's not worth it at all. Like, the Achilles tearing is horrible for a regular human being, let alone a fucking athlete, you know? Like, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like the team would try to push it. I'm just saying, I don't trust that. The only other thing that I'll say about that is that a lot of Bucks fans have been claiming that Giannis doesn't really have a calf injury. He's just milking it because he wants to get the fuck out of there. Which, like, I don't know if I believe that either. I'm just scared because all the calf injuries over the past year have led to guys tearing their Achilles. Making up excuses to keep Mikal Bridges. I love Mikal. I love Cat. But, like, you gotta kind of make that move for a multiple time MVP, end of finals MVP. Like, it's kind of. Do you 5 first rounders love Mikal? Yes. That is the most overblown internet pilled take out there in the NBA, is that Mikal wasn't worth 5 first rounders. I think 3 of the first rounders already came and passed, and nobody's ever even heard of the 3 players that they drafted. I don't think it's bad. Gotta build the team around him. I mean, that's also valid. The other thing about Giannis is he's over 30. He's been hurt like basically every year for like the past like 3 years. He's not the same Giannis that he was. He's still obviously a top 5 player in the league. But it is like whatever. The juice is not worth the squeeze if we lose 2 top tier players for an elite player that gets hurt like 2 or 3 weeks into the like tenure of having him. Giannis to the Spurs for Keldon Johnson. Who says no? It's funny because I thought the Spurs had a chance to get Giannis, but now there's no smoke coming from that camp. Like, there's nothing there. I think Jack is right that it's going to be the Wolves, or it's going to end up being like Miami. I would be kind of shocked if it was Golden State, though they've apparently been shopping Draymond, which is whew. The Hornets would be wild. They know they're going to have to pay Wemby and probably Castle. Yeah. But still, like, they could get a year and a half out of Giannis and let him go. You know what I mean? They don't have to extend him. Also, Harden got traded for Garland, which is very interesting. I think it's a very interesting thing. And then the Pistons gave up Jaden Ivey, which I thought was shocking. I mean, that's valid. They're not really that kind of organization. Excuse me. That's true. So many whites. I don't know if you realize this, but the best player in the NBA is white. The best current player. Didn't the Jazz pull a heist today? The Jazz made an interesting move as well. There's been some interesting trades. A friend of mine said this is the most active trade deadline that he's ever seen, and I don't think that's true. I don't think that's accurate. But like his sentiment is fair, I guess. Let's take the backflip. We have the oddly smooth stone. I'm wasting so much time. Is the closest Hickey will get to looking like the NBA's best player? That's crazy. JJJ and Markkinen ain't shit. Dude, JJJ is nice, dude. Just blow the team up. You're crazy. Jaren Jackson's a good pickup for them. I was sort of hoping he would come to the Knicks somehow, but I don't know how they would feasibly pull that move off. The only problem is he doesn't rebound as well as he should, which is crazy because he's got so much talent and so much whatever. His rebound numbers are bad, which is the only problem that I had with the Knicks getting him. When Dennis Schroeder's only been traded once, yeah, exactly. I was like, that's a wild take. Like, we've seen a lot of crazy deadlines in the NBA, even in the past couple of years. And I was thinking the opposite. I was like, this deadline kind of sucks until today. Like, nobody was moving. Getting JJJ was a move you make if your team wasn't 13th in a tough ass. I mean, that's true, but Jaren Jackson's still young. Like, he's still pretty young, and he's probably not getting the max. Like, he's not getting the super max. So you can sign him to like a longer term deal and rebuild from there. And like, that's a good core piece to sort of build around. Like, he's not your real build around guy, but he's a good like number 2 or 3 guy. Where's Rudy going? From what I understand, it's Julius Randle that would be moved in that scenario, Hash. From what I hear, what I've read, it's Julius Randle that's the one that's going to be shipped out, not Rudy. Rim job Barrett is insane. Also, are they actually talking about trading RJ? JJJ and Kessler could be interesting. I think them picking up Jaren Jackson is great for them. Why haven't the Magic taken the leap they should have? Because they're not that good. The people that have been hyping up the Magic, I don't see it. I don't see it. And also they added like Didn't they add a couple cancerous people to the locker room this year? Still kind of mid after all that talent. Insane. Because said talent is mid. Yeah, I don't think the Magic are as good as they say. Every NBA team sucks except the one that wins the championship. I know you're being facetious, but that's crazy. Can we talk about how a 5'8" point guard is out rebounding centers? Wait, who? Boncaro over Jabari Smith Jr. I mean, Boncaro's got potential, but he's just not there. Jonathan Isaac. They added Desmond Bain, right? Am I thinking of this right? Am I correct about this? Desmond Bain also just came to the team, and he's been nothing but toxic. Also, the other thing about Orlando is, I'm sorry to say, they're a dirty fucking team. Like, they have dirty players, and I think it's just taught. Like, I think that kind of thing is taught. Outside of the top 3 or so seeds in the East, these motherfuckers are obvious frauds. The East has always been kind of weak, though. And also, I think fans are kind of dumb. That's been the East for most of the past 20 years. Yeah. I think for like 25 years. I would argue since 2000, that's kind of been the case for the East, which makes the Knicks' run of being shitty in the East even more embarrassing. For a few years post-COVID, they were. The Bucks, the Heat, the Cavs were bad. I do feel like I feel like fans are very unrealistic about things as well, because like they shit on teams that are just very good, and just unfortunately they run into teams like OKC that can't do anything more. Like, for example, if the Knicks end up in the Eastern Conference Finals this year, I'm going to be proud of that, even if they lose. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be really happy about where they ended up, how well they played, whatever. But I do feel like fans, if they don't win the title, they just shit on the teams. Like, oh, whatever. It's like if the Knicks lost to the Thunder, I'd be pissed. I'd be upset. But, like, it would still have been a tremendously successful year if they made it to the NBA fucking finals. You know what I mean? Like, so that shit kind of, like, pisses me off. It's like, okay, so the Thunder basically, they have, like, the cheat code for the league this year. If they win, no one's going to be surprised. Is that why you'd be mad? No, I'd be mad because I've been suffering for 37 years of my life without a Knicks title, okay? That's why I'd be mad. But it's like, that's still a really good season. You know what I mean? Like, dude's buns and ass cheeks? Yeah, true. Outside of the super teams in the East hasn't been good. Yeah, like if you don't count the Cavs, the East has not been good in like 20 years, mostly. Most of the time. Like the West has always been way better than the East. Not always, but for like 2 decades, man. Been bad for 30 years? Yeah. Well, 30 years is close. I mean, it's almost 30 years, true. I think I'm just going to rest here just in case. I don't know if it's super helpful, but... The Heat? What'd I say about the Heat? Wait, did I say the Cavs? Only the Cavs were good? I meant LeBron. I meant any of LeBron's teams. I didn't mean to actually say the Cavs. I don't know if that's what you guys are complaining about. Is a bloodbath from 1 to 10? I think that's a little dramatic, but yeah. 1 to 10 is a little... I don't feel like it's that good. One to 6, yeah, like 1 to 6, 1 to 8, maybe. 1 to 10 is a little... Like the 10 seed is not better than the Eastern Conference. Like 2 seed. Maybe I should have just used Wraithform there. I don't know. I'm blocking all but 9. I don't want to split it yet. Let's just wait one more. Okay, well this fucking sucks. This is not a great split. 61 is not good. Why is it SGA? Why does everybody always use being sitting down as a bad thing, bro? Maybe that's just comfortable for him. Maybe that's just comfortable for SGA. Is Eastern 8 seed? Yeah, but you said there's 2 good teams in the East, and then 1 to 10 is a bloodbath. Like, yeah, okay, the 10 seed of the West is probably better than the 8 seed of the East, but that's changing what you said. The 10 in the West right now is Portland. Portland's nice, bro. You hating ass. Okay, this guy's splitting no matter what, so I might as well just do this. Laughable conference? But like nobody's disagreeing with you. But that's not what your original argument was. Being sitting down is elite for piss farts. Alright, we'll just use the Wraith form finally. Two better teams every year miss the playoffs because they're in the West. I mean, I agree. I agree. The East sucks, dude. Comparatively. Just shut down the East. I mean, that would be pointless. Regardless of conference, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I love that. I have a random ass tactician I have one discard card. I guess technically two. I could get an unload, but it's like, why? Beginning with the Kings? Crazy. For the first time in 26 years, they're doing pretty well. They're doing pretty well. It's impressive. You with me? They've been rebuilding for 30 years. Blame the owners. It's so hot. I blame Del Curry. Hornets the worst pro franchise in the Big Four. I don't know about all that. Even worse than the Sabres. I mean, I don't know enough about hockey, but I'm pretty sure the Browns beat the Hornets. And I'm pretty sure maybe the Rockies do. Or Oakland. The Athletics. They have titles. I mean, like, but you can't compare. You can't say the Hornets are the worst in the Big Four. And then also not include the Browns' history from before the Hornets were in existence. The Jets have a title, I guess. Right, like if you're going to make that comparison, it's got to be the same time period. Out of every single team's history, but I mean like the Hornets might have a title like 30 years from now. They might like luck into a title. You know what I mean? Like you can't compare the Oakland Athletics to the Hornets because the A's won a bunch of titles like 30 years before they existed. We're talking about just current day organizations. Like I don't think the Hornets necessarily even like match there. Also, then just forget all those. What about the Rockies? The Hornets don't have a single good moment ever. It's valid. Zero good moments ever. I mean, they got the 4-point play from Larry. Oh. Oh, they have that sick fucking time that like Zoe fought Larry Johnson. That's an infight between Hornets. That's dope. Never winning a division title or advancing past the second round of the playoffs. I mean, it's a compelling argument. Have done more than this during this time frame. That's true. I don't have the Browns done that in that time period. I know the A's have, and I know the Rockies have. I don't know if the Sabres have. I don't know. I know the Sabres are like the worst hockey team, but I don't know enough about that. I'm gonna take bullet time. Let's take bullet time. Take that, motherfuckers. Motherfuckers will respect you. No, I said I know the A's have done it. I said, have the Browns done it? I said I know the A's and the Rockies have. They've made it past the second round. But have the A's were in the World Series in 1989. So, or was that 1990? My problem with judging franchises is I feel like you should judge ownership blocks. Never in the same postseason. So the Browns also have never made it to past the second round. They've also had number 1 picks to celebrate. Charlotte can't even do that, but that's them being a victim of the lottery. Also, they've had number 1 picks. Wasn't Larry Johnson a number 1 pick? Wasn't Alonzo Mourning number 1 pick? Maybe Mourning wasn't, but Larry Johnson was, right? Only Larry? How long ago do you think that was? I think that was 92? Maybe 95? Maybe it's a little more recent. I don't know. My guess would be 92. I'm going to go ahead and remove 2 strikes. They had it in 17. But who'd they pick? Baker? Was that the Baker Mayfield draft? Sammy, my guy. What's good, bro? Oh, they took Myles Garrett. Sammy, are you hyped for Pujols? Obviously, it's sad we lose Carp, but gain Pujols. Kind of solid trade-off. Kind of solid. Baker in 2018. I wasn't sure if he was the first overall pick. Oh, fuck. I don't know why I keep thinking I have Runic Pyramid. I picked up fucking Empty Cage. I'll probably be more in the loop for him. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I kind of quit Diamond Dynasty pretty early too. Watching you play it franchise and I was playing Road to the Show a decent chunk this year. That's what I would be more excited about for the game next year. More than the typical cycle. We've had new modes, hopefully. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm just like getting too old or just don't care about Diamond Dynasty as much anymore. Are we playing this year? If you want to hash, I would absolutely play with you. 100%. Because I'm probably not going to go too crazy on Diamond Dynasty, or at least I feel that way. We're getting old. That's what I feel like too. It's like a lot to keep up with all the grind. It's the same grind every year. It feels pointless. True. True. But I also am just like obsessed with collecting cards and shit. So I say all of this now, and I don't even know if I believe myself. You know what I mean? Let's transform. Ooh, leg sweep and corpse explosion. Now I really wish I had taken energy. It is the same grind every year. It is like, I don't know. We're getting it on sale. I mean, I'll definitely buy the game right off the bat for sure. Like, I'm excited about it. I get excited about it no matter what because it's baseball. Like, I'm just gonna be hyped about it. Being the same is what gets me, but I'm also I'm not sure how different they can make it. Yeah. Yeah. I imagine it's hard to change the game, but also, like, I don't know, they should be able to figure it out. I want to say, like, I know everybody looks back fondly on MLB The Show 21, specifically the people that, like me, that only started playing the game then because then it came out on Xbox and it's like, oh, this is cool, this is awesome, whatever. But I do kind of think that, like, that fondness is also because it was like a new experience, and like, I don't know, was 21 that much better than this past year? I don't know. Making sure I have other games to keep me from burning out. That's also fair. Yeah. Yeah. You got to make sure you don't get burnt out. I don't know. If they did change things in MLB, if it was a little different every time, then I think we'd be more inclined to play it more. 21 isn't nostalgic for me. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like PlayStation players don't feel the same way as Xbox players do, but I read about it constantly on, like, anytime I look at anything, like, I'm not, like, I decided to look at the MLB The Show subreddit today because I was like, I'm curious what everybody's saying. Why? Mostly because I hate myself. Because I read the Twitter comments and they were fucking annoying as shit. So I was like, let me also read the subreddit. And it was annoying. And all anybody kept saying was like, why don't you go back to MLB The Show 21? Like, that format was so good and all this shit. And it's like, it was. Like, don't get me wrong. 21 was amazing. I read the Twitter comments, dumbass. Well, like, it's only because I get so hyped for MLB that I'm like, I want to see if anybody saw anything in the video that I missed, right? Because, like, I watched the video really quick and then I was like, let me just read the comments real quick, because I saw it, like, basically as soon as it went up there. So there wasn't that many comments. And all the comments were just fucking complaints about the graphics. And also Arrow Uprising, like, just sucking off San Diego Studios, which he does, like, on every fucking Twitter post. And I'm just like, almost as toxic as the P top. It is top. It is toxic. It is toxic. But like that's what I did it anyway. And they were just complaining about the graphics, and I was like, well, I don't know what the fuck I missed from this video. And it turns out that I missed the revelation of Pujols, Felix, and fucking Roy Campanella because I turned off the video too quickly. I turned off the video when it faded to black, which is like my fault. But I also, like, if somebody would have said like Felix is in there, I would have been like, oh fuck, I gotta go watch it back. How'd I miss that? But you know, whatever. I don't know. Mad Max Fury Road? Wait, which one is that? I'm pretty sure I did see that. I've seen that a couple times. That's the one with that's like the Tom Hardy one, right? Like the main Tom Hardy one, like the first one? Because I saw that. 3 fade to blacks and I didn't exhale until the credits roll. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Madden has good graphics, but the gameplay makes me want to... What a wild description, bro. Yeah, like, I'd rather have good gameplay than graphics. I just don't... I don't know, man. The baseball graphics are, like, fine. The MLB's gameplay... The show's gameplay is also bad. Yeah, that's the problem. But they've at least tried to improve it, sort of. Whereas, like, I feel like games like Madden haven't. But at least, like, I guess 2K also tries to improve their game. But then things like 2K fucking gets graphics upgrade every fucking year. And then people complain and they go, oh, all they did was add some shading and add sweat to the guys' faces. That's what I read every time 2K does like their fucking preview shit. The graphics on 2K suck. The graphics on 2K are way better than MLB The Show. Like, no matter what, people are just gonna bitch and complain. When it was a foul ball or a home run. Yeah, but this year's game, the gameplay was I felt like the gameplay wasn't as bad. Like I felt like they did fix a bunch of things. I do think that. The male graphics on 2K? Well, I haven't bought 2K in a long time. Actually, I might actually have this year's 2K, but I just didn't play it. I think I bought it on sale maybe. The game could be close to perfect and it'll still be viewed as the worst game in the series, just how it is. It's super annoying. It's super annoying. Like, I don't know. Gameplay was like okay-ish this year. Like, I felt like it was way better this year than it was last year. Well, now I'm confusing things. Let me be more specific. In 25, the gameplay was way better than 24. That's the right way to say that because it is now 2026. I just don't have enough discards, so I'm just going to take the footwork. I could have taken it prepared, I guess. Yeah, I just saw your message, Winter Soldier. That's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. The graphic, like, that does not look like her. That TV newswoman's old ass mama. What? Actually, don't want to know. Why did I just do Survivor on Tactician? That literally made no difference. Yo, Daddy Kane, what's good, my guy? How we doing, bud? This fucking sucks. How do I have 5 block? Oh, because of calipers. Oh shit. I wish I would have kept more. I wish I would have remembered I had that. A taping rig filming Survivor 50? That should have been filmed, bro. You're late. You're late. I am so fucked here. Wow, I needed that corpse explosion. State of mind. I'm taking 18? I'm so fucked. I have no chance here. Wraith form would have been good. Yo, Eulogy was good. That pick, dude, that pick is crazy. That's pretty bad. Picking up some taco meat and rice for food prep. Let's go, dude. Let's go. That's pretty sick. Having those other games on the side are super helpful. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's just like too much to play that shit all the time. It's too much to do that with any game, I think. I gotta get through this, man. How are we gonna do this? I barely noticed. I think that's been like that for a long time, man. You love this song? It's a classic. Does this kill him? No. Block works. Fuck. Games like Clair Obscur. I'm just dead here. Speaking of, you're nobody till somebody kills you. Well, the baseball just killed me. Game is elite. I like Magic. Magic was good for a while. It gets expensive. That's kind of the problem. Excuse me, that's kind of the problem. You just have them for the vibes? You bought your first packs last week. You're scared. Magic is really, really fun. It depends on the. I feel like a lot of it depends on the format you play, though, because like Magic decks get out of control, in terms of expenses. If you play like Commander with friends, it's super, super fun, and you can keep that sort of inexpensive. But if you play like, if you're playing like, I don't remember what they call it, like the regular version, where you're going to like stores and competing like modern or whatever. I think it's called modern. That shit gets expensive, bro. Played I Love the Dough for my daughter. Let's go. Releasing 6 sets in 2026. Limited and standard. That's what it is. Limited. No, limited is draft. Yeah, standard. Thank you. Rip my wallet. Those would be cool. Some fun tabletop nights where I just watched and felt so lost. Yeah. It's definitely very confusing if you've never played it. I remember when we had a friend that had like a shit ton of magic cards and we were bored. We didn't know what to do. And he was like, "Oh, I got magic cards. We'll play magic. Let's try that out." He brought over these fucking he brought over like thousands and thousands of like shitty cards that he had just like in his house. And then taught us how to play. He taught us all the wrong rules. Like the dude did not know how to play. He had thousands and thousands of cards in a box, in several boxes in his house. And we got totally into it. We learned how to actually play, and we ended up with like a group of like 10 dudes that were like fucking playing Commander, and it was really fun for a couple months, and then I got bored of it. But I remember the first like couple weeks that we were playing, we didn't even know the fucking rules. We were so confused. I would definitely try to clear the cookies and shit eulogy. I would try to run like a disk defragmenter, things like that. Arena spoils you. Paper Magic is so much more involved in hard work with all the abilities and counters and shit. Still a great game. I started back in 94 revised. Still have several. That's pretty cool. That's pretty sick. Sounds like my D&D group not knowing what the fuck we were doing. Yeah. That's how it felt. Oh, just because of the Sonic cards? So that's cool that you're going to try and teach them. I love that. I love that. I think it'll be fun. Like if you're just playing for fun, it is really good. Like if you're playing with like your nephew or something, or you're playing with like some friends and just having fun, it is really fun. It just gets expensive building decks. I remember we would be going to magic stores all the time, like every weekend together, and spending so much money. You tried to teach your wife and it didn't click for her? All the crossovers got me kind of interested. Final Fantasy was nasty work. My wallet was sacrificed. That's fair. Most things get less fun when you play with sweatier people. That's valid. It's also valid. Yeah. I guess that's true. I mean, like, I didn't necessarily, yeah. It's like the whole expense of it all also is just crazy. Smash Bros with sweats. Yeah, that sounds very unfun. It's just, which I guess is like part of the reason that like Diamond Dynasty is not, like, I'm not super hyped about it anymore, because like we said, it's all the same shit, but it's also like, why are you building a team to go play online with like the sweatiest of sweaty people? Which is like not even fair to say, because if I'm playing against somebody that's like my ability or worse, I am now the sweaty guy. I just got Tekken 8 and I suck at it. It's time to beat them into submission. True. 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 It's the only time I'm ever 100% confident. Or if a dude has like a 10 and like 468 record, then I'm like, this guy's going to quit if I score a run. So this is an automatic win. I was doing every pre-release at my local game store. It was fun as hell. Groups of like 60 to 80 in large tournaments. Food and fun. Found community in MTG to be real cool. People as young as 9 up to grandpas playing. Yeah, the Magic community seems pretty, mostly are pretty decent. Mercy them into dust. I got smoked by a grandma. Let's go. Usually Magic is, it's pretty cool, and the people, I guess it depends, but like I would say a majority of the people are very willing to be like, to help you out and be like, hey, why don't you try this, or have you ever done that and this and whatever in Magic. Then there's also like the super stuck up nerds, but you get them anywhere. Very welcoming for sure. Yeah. And it's also always cool to go to like your local like Magic stores or like comic stores or video game stores. Like I feel like those people it's usually a really cool community. Usually. The show record of 12 and 8, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I don't know what the hell my record was. It was something really, really good. My record was not indicative of my true skill. For some reason, I had like a fucking ridiculously good record in MLB The Show this year. I think I just kept running into I really didn't run into too many sweaty people. It's not the true indication of how good or bad I am at the game. It's just I got lucky. I think one night we were up until 4-ish as vets were trying to teach new players the ropes. That's pretty cool. That's pretty sick, actually. That's always helpful. We get 4 of us and do drafts from time to time with the sets that come out. That's also cool. We used to do that occasionally too. And he's way better and they act like their shit don't stink. Yeah, that's those are the people you don't really associate with though. It's like it's not worth it. Magic is definitely cool. You played with directional hitting and pure analog pitching. Blopey also plays with analog pitching. Directional hitting's tough. Because I feel like you don't get the results you deserve from directional hitting. It looks like they changed pitching in the trailer a little bit, which is interesting. I don't know if it's that drastic, but that like locking down pitching thing is pretty cool. Lockdown pitching is broken. I could have used that for Helsley franchise. True. It would be hard to break the lockdown pitching from what it looks like. It looks like you just won't, you just press a button and it means that you don't have, like, your pitch doesn't go all crazy. So if they manage to find a way to, like, it goes where you locate it. So if they find a way to break that, then the game is just broken in general. Dude, who's getting rocked by every damn lineup? Slow reaction for the right. True. I forgot about that. That makes sense. why you wouldn't be able to use not pinpoint. What the fuck is it called? You have more faith in STS than me? That's true. SDS, but also I'm telling you, Slay the Spire 2 comes out, everybody's gonna be playing it. It's gonna be crazy. SDS, but also, well, it's not that I have faith in them. It's just that how are they gonna break something like you just put a pitch somewhere? Zone hitting, yes, thank you. Couldn't remember what the fuck it was called. I will bet you $1,000 that I won't be playing it. No, not betting that. You're crazy. You're crazy. Also, like, what would be the time limit on that? Because you'll eventually probably get it for PlayStation Plus, like a decade from now. Then you'll play it. What are you gonna do? Call me back up and be like, I owe you this $1,000. You gave it to me like 10 years ago. Come on, man. I got STS1. I never played it. True. But you never know. What if 2 decades from now, you're like, hey, I remember that guy. What was his name? Oh, yeah. He used to play this all the time. Maybe I should give it a try. Then you got to track me down. You got to, like, start a fucking FBI investigation. Where does this guy live? Where's he at? I owe him $1,000. You don't want that on your conscience. I'm going full David Carty. I got up. The cops shot again. Oh, listen. It's 1:15 and I gotta pee. Let's find somebody to raid. Excuse me. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I really do. Thank you guys so much. Let's go raid JMac. He's a nice guy. Small streamer named Sasha Gray is on. You go enjoy that. I appreciate you guys chilling. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Thank you, Lemur with the 40 stream streak and Blopey with the 51-month resub. Good to say hi, Daddy Kane. It was good seeing you. Sammy, Winter Soldier, Casper. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be back. Eulogy. I'll be back tomorrow. No, sorry, I will not be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I have things to do. I'll be back on Thursday. 9 p.m. Eastern time. Jack, you have a good night. I will catch you guys then. Go show J-Mac some love. And I will see you guys Thursday. Good night, everyone.